Alrighty, guys, back with our second video of the today. We wanted to cover the CONCACAF Gold Cup as well as the Euros World Cup qualifying. Of course, we have Aaron with us for this one as well.
Yep. Hello again.
Hello, hello. Okay, so Aaron, I know this one we actually kind of had some ideas of who was going to win the groups and stuff. So if you want, you can go through your predictions all around, and then I'll go to mine. But
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, so I have USA topping their group in Group D, and that would put them against the second place team of Group A, which in my opinion is Costa Rica. And then I got Canada versus Guatemala in next round or next matchup. I picked Guatemala over Jamaica.
hmm,
And my reasoning isn't really based on any, statistics or anything. It's just Jamaica tends to be a little bit underwhelming in these tournaments. So I just have a feeling, it's just kind of based on vibes. And then I got Mexico versus Saudi Arabia. I think Mexico will top Group A, and I think they're right now probably the favorite to win the tournament, even over the US, because the US has been struggling recently. And then, yeah, after Saudi Arabia finishing second in Group D, and then Panama, Honduras in that last quarterfinal matchup. So, um, I have Panama topping Group C, and then so I have USA beating Costa Rica, Canada beating Guatemala, and then you got a rematch of that CONCACAF Nations League third place match, I think. Um, and then I have USA advancing to the finals, and honestly, that game could go either way. And I think based on, recency bias, I think Canada could definitely win that. But I'm backing the USA here to finally, show something against their new manager, Pochettino. And then I have Mexico defeating Panama in that semifinal. Um, yeah, I think Mexico's just like currently playing the best. 'Cause I do believe they won that last uh, CONCACAF Nations League championship final. Um, yeah, they did. They beat Panama in the final. So I think based on current form, I would pick them, and I just have the USA winning in the final over Mexico, just because it's like a heated rivalry, and in terms of the last few years, USA has been winning that matchup. So I do think right now Mexico's in better form and maybe in a better situation, but in these tournaments, anything can happen, and I think the USA will take it home.
yeah, I'm seeing we have both Mexico and the United States have friendlies with Switzerland and Turkey right before the Gold Cup, apparently.
Mhm. Those are good
Which,
friendlies, yeah.
yeah, that's So, do you know, by the way, Aaron, what is the likelihood of the US and Canada and Mexico sending their real squads versus whoever they usually send to the Gold Cup, which is like B or C or whatever?
I think this time it's just going to be their real squads because all three of those teams have automatically
Mhm.
qualified to the next World Cup. So this is like they need to practice. This is like one of the only, tournaments that they can, get some
Mhm.
real competitive games in. Um, because they're the hosts of the next World Cup. So yeah, I think they're going to take it seriously if I had to guess.
Okay. Um, you have our good friend Saudi Arabia. They'll be doing World Cup qualifiers 4 days before. Obviously, I doubt they're sending their real team. Um, I would be shocked if they send their real team, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think if they qualify automatically, they might send their best squad over just for experience. If they don't qualify automatically, I imagine they rest you know, their starters for this one. That's just a
Yeah,
guess, though. They might just send their backups regardless. But yeah,
regardless of who they send, it's a tough turnaround. If like somebody has to be in Saudi Arabia one day, they're going to be there on the 10th of June, and on the 14th of June, it's I forgot. I don't know if they play Trinidad first or they play no, they play Haiti first because the U.S. plays Trinidad first. But 4 days later, you're playing Haiti in the United States. It's tough. I doubt they can like compete too much just because of that disadvantage, honestly. But it'll be interesting to see if they get out of this group. Um,
yeah, that's the thing. I just don't think Haiti or Trinidad and Tobago have
yeah.
uh, posed much of a threat to them. I think
Well,
Haiti's like hasn't been
yeah.
too bad, but yeah,
I think I agree with you that the U.S. wins. I was basing it off the what you just said, being that they're sending their A squads, which with the logic you described makes a lot of sense. That they need practice. I think Mexico then should take first here. They have a better team than Costa Rica and Suriname and Dominican Republic, but I think Costa Rica gets second, and they'll meet the United States in the first round, which could honestly end up being a tough match. Um,
yeah,
Depending on who Costa Rica sends, again, that they actually have to qualify, right? So, um, and I think they have games in the June window for qualifiers before the Gold Cup. So
yeah. I think they do. So
that's tough for them. That's why I have the U.S. advancing. They'll be tired, or it just won't be their A squad. I'm looking forward to this U.S. Canada matchup. I can't lie. I always circle that on my calendar anytime it's U.S. Canada in particular.
yeah,
Be,
recently it's been like those games have been really heated, even more so now with like the political stuff going on. But
yeah, I
we won't
forgot
get
about
into
that.
that. But yeah, I mean it's just like a super heated game these days, so should be fun. And it helps that Canada is now a legit team and their coach is American. So yeah.
Yeah. Um, I think Mexico beats Arabia or whoever gets out of this group.
Hmm.
And Jamaica, Honduras. Did you? I'm sorry to see. So you had you had Mexico to the final. Yeah, I'm probably gonna change this now that they're probably sending their A squad and they're not losing to Jamaica realistically. Um, I take that back. Yeah, this is tough. Honestly, I have I'll go with the U.S. winning. I'll go with the U.S. winning. It's a tough one though, but
Gotta
I
back our
there
country here.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I think the Gold Cup, it is what it is. 16 teams should be pretty fast. Should be kind of
Yeah,
interesting. But do you have
15.
anything? Yeah.
Yeah, just 15 North American, Central American, Caribbean teams in Saudi Arabia. So should be an
Yeah.
interesting tournament.
Yeah, it should be fun. Obviously, the Saudis are there. I love when we include random nations. Uh, Man, when is it Korea's turn to get in here?
I know. I mean, I'm actually glad we're not in this because our players need rest. Um, like our best players are just like getting killed at club level
Yeah.
because like our center back Kim Min-jae is, he's getting
Yeah.
a lot of criticism at Bayern Munich right now, but he's been playing with an injury, and
Oh wow.
you know that guy just needs rest. Like he needs to stop playing. So,
Yeah,
um,
for sure.
but yeah, I think we can head on over to those UEFA World Cup
Yes.
qualifiers.
Let's do it. This is
Um,
where the fun begins.
oh yeah,
We got 11 groups. Um,
12
Obviously
groups actually, 12 groups.
12. We got 12. Oh, okay, we got 12 groups. Yeah,
You
you're
gotta
right.
get
You're right.
started then.
Yeah, we got okay. Aaron, get us started.
Yeah, so I guess for this format, we'll just choose who makes it automatically and who um, makes it to the playoff. Um,
Let's do it. Yeah.
I got Germany and Slovakia in this one. I remember Slovakia had a decent run at the Euros last summer, and um, they lost on like a last second, uh, or they were like 1-0 up against England in the round of 16, and then Jude Bellingham scored a last minute equalizer, and then England ended up winning. So I do like the players on Slovakia. I think they've got several good players. Yeah, I'm gonna go Germany qualifying automatically and then Slovakia finishing in second here.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Germany is way too strong. Northern Ireland and Luxembourg, yeah, it's just an unfortunate group for them. Slovakia, good enough for second. So I agree with you there.
All
We
right,
have Sweden, Switzerland, Sweden, Slovenia, and Kosovo here.
man, this
Interesting.
one is
Yeah. Oh
actually pretty
man.
tough. You got like I would say you got three teams that are pretty good here. I think Kosovo is not like a bad team though, so that's a tough group right there, Group B. And I mean Slovenia made it to the round of 16, I think, as well.
Mhm.
In the last Euros. Uh, I don't even
Yes,
think
yes.
I don't
Yeah.
even think Sweden made it last time somehow, which was pretty surprising. But I think they're like talent wise, like it's between Switzerland and Sweden. Um, I'm gonna say Switzerland finishes first and Sweden second, but I would really love for Slovenia to make it somehow.
Yeah, I think this is the tough group, like you said. Slovenia, I believe, made it in 2010 to the World Cup.
They
Yeah.
did, yeah, yeah. I remember that one clearly. It was fun to watch them there.
Um, I think Switzerland makes it every year that I've been watching soccer, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll go Switzerland and I'll go Slovenia.
Okay.
Just to be like put an upset pick, I'll go Slovenia.
I like it. I like it.
Um, this one we got Denmark, Greece, Scotland, Belarus. Damn, okay.
Another really good
Another
one.
one. Damn.
Yeah, these
Wow.
these
Wow.
Euro groups are pretty brutal now. Man. Uh so this is another group, just like the previous group. I think you got three clear teams that should compete. Sorry, Belarus, but you're not one of them. I think based on like recent form, I'm going to go with Denmark and Greece here. I actually think Greece could qualify automatically. They've just been, they've been decent.
Mhm.
And actually their last games were
Mm,
against
yeah.
Scotland in the Nations League promotion relegation playoff, and they won
Wow.
3-1 over Scotland on aggregate. So
Wow.
yeah, I think
Okay.
I mean, obviously that doesn't necessarily guarantee a Greece win, but I think I feel more confident picking Greece here. And uh, I'm not sure if Denmark's been great recently, so I think I'm going to go Greece qualifies automatically.
Wow. Yeah. Denmark did lose 5-2 to Portugal, but they beat Portugal 1-0 in the first leg. They're off and on, beating Switzerland, Serbia last year, tying Serbia and Switzerland, losing to Spain twice, tying. They had a lot of ties in the Euro. Um, that's a good choice. I will go. I think Denmark still gets first, and then I think Greece gets second, and they can compete in the playoffs. But it's tough for Scotland. Um, yeah.
Yeah, that's just an overall tough group there.
All right, we got Group D: France, Ukraine, Iceland, Azerbaijan.
Yeah, I got France at first here.
Yep.
Um, I think Ukraine could give them a couple of really tough games, but I think France will top the group comfortably, and Ukraine should get that second spot. Um, Iceland, they've had some, pesky teams here and there, but I don't think they're going to be able to compete.
Yeah, Iceland. Unfortunately, look, Kosovo beat them 2-1, 3-1. Wales beat them 4-1. Turkey beat them 4-2 and 3-1. Um, yeah, I agree with what you said. France first, Ukraine second. Should be a relatively straightforward group.
Yep.
Oh, this one's fun. Spain, Turkey, Georgia, and Bulgaria.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, Spain are the defending Euro champions. I think they're, yeah, I mean, they're one of the best teams in the world. Got to put them in first there. Question is, Turkey or Georgia? Because I think Bulgaria have been, unfortunately, they haven't been good in a long, long, long time. Like before we were born, even so, since before we were born. I do think Turkey is. They had a good run at the Euros. I remember. I really like Georgia though because they've been national team on the rise. Head to head, Turkey beat Georgia in the Euros, but I could see Georgia giving them a game. I think I have to go with Turkey though in second, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean that's a tough draw for Georgia right there.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you. Spain, obviously, they get first. I think they're too strong, way too strong. Turkey is, they played well in the Euros. They played well against the Netherlands in the round of 16 game. Or was it quarterfinal or round of 16? It was round of 16? No, quarter.
Turkey against who? Sorry, Georgia.
Turkey versus
They played in the.
Netherlands.
Oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That was quarter
I think
final.
they might have taken the lead in that game. I don't remember exactly, but it was. I remember watching it. It was really close.
Yeah, you're right. 35th minute they led, then 70th and 76th they gave up goals.
Yeah, they fumbled at the end.
Yeah, but it's tough. This is so unlucky for Turkey, man. They could have made it directly in a easier if they had an easier pot A team, but
Yeah, I like them. They're
unlucky.
pretty good.
Yeah. Spain for sure first, Turkey for sure second. Uh Group F we got Portugal, Hungary, Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, and Armenia.
Yeah, this one's also kind of tough for picking second place. I think Portugal will top the group. Shouldn't be an issue. Uh, but yes, picking second place. I think Armenia is, the weakest team in this group, but they've had a
Yeah.
couple results here and there before. I don't know if they're going to get it done now. I do think Ireland have a decent team, and Hungary has been better recently in terms of like tournaments, like making Euros and
Mhm.
but um I kind of like Ireland. I don't know. I just kind of like their talent right now. They're kind of like a younger team now, and they
Mhm.
have upcoming talent. I think I'm going to go Ireland, even though Hungary have been sort of making more Euros and all that. And they also have talent themselves, but I think Ireland could get it done this time.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close group. Obviously, Portugal at first. I think you can flip a coin, but Hungary, just taking a look at their previous results, they didn't play well against Turkey two times. They did tie Germany last year. They beat Bosnia and they tied Bosnia and they tied Netherlands, but they also lost 5-0 to Germany and 4-0 to the Netherlands.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with Hungary.
Yeah,
It's like you don't
yeah.
know, I don't know what version you're gonna get, but they just haven't been great recently. They have been better than Ireland in terms of making tournaments, but I don't know. that
True,
makes any
true.
matters right now. So I'm going with Ireland.
Um, I'll go Hungary just because I don't know, just because I see them get I see them gaining some momentum and winning some games against Ireland and Armenia to get above those two teams. But like you said, it is pretty close, and you don't know what version of them you're gonna get. So I don't say
Yeah,
that with a lot of confidence, but
yeah.
anyways.
I would. I'm not picking Ireland with a lot of confidence either. So that should be fun to watch at least.
Yes, sir. So we're going to some five group teams now. Group G, we got Poland, Finland, Lithuania, Netherlands, and Malta. Okay.
Yeah. I think these five team groups can be interesting. I don't know if this is one of them. I think Netherlands will finish first, and I think Poland will finish second.
Yeah, I think like you said, Poland, they're off to a good start. They have their 6 points, so they've taken care of business so far. Um, yeah, I think Netherlands gets first though, like you said. Malta, Lithuania, Finland probably aren't too big of a challenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Group H, we got Bosnia, Romania, Cyprus, Austria, and San Marino.
Okay.
Oh,
Honestly, that's a pretty tough draw for San Marino. They probably could have got an easier draw than that. But this group's actually not bad, you know. This is actually a decent group in terms of competitiveness. I think Austria will finish first. I think they're the best team in this group. That second spot will probably be between Romania and Bosnia. Um, I could even see Cyprus like maybe, making some noise there, but I'm gonna go Bosnia just because I mean Romania made the Euros, did pretty well, but I have a bad experience with the Romanian, so I'm going to go with Bosnia
um,
here.
I I think I'm gonna be a little bit wild. I think Bosnia gets in directly. Um,
Ooh,
I think Bosnia beat Romania, so I that puts them in a good start for the in the race with Romania. But I don't know why. I feel like Austria is just gonna lose some points to like Romania and Bosnia somewhere,
yeah,
and it's just gonna end up where it's a close 1 and 2 race, but Bosnia goes first, Austria goes second, and Romania is a close third. Um, Bosnia did make it to the World Cup in 2014, so it's possible they get some juice going here.
that's right. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think it's likely, but it's possible. Definitely those two though, Bosnia and Austria or those three, Bosnia, Austria, Romania. It's like a close 1, 2, 3. I'm not even like I know Austria is supposed to be the favorite here, but they're not that much of a favorite in my opinion. Like yeah, I don't have a lot of confidence in either of these three teams to dominate the group.
yeah. I feel like overall it's pretty close. Um, I do think Austria have the best quality, so
Yeah,
yeah, I'll put them in first and Bosnia second.
that sounds fair. Sounds definitely fair. Okay, we got Group I: Norway, Estonia, Israel, Italy, Moldova.
Yeah, I would love for Norway to make it. They have Erling Haaland and Odegaard. They got talent, but they just haven't gotten close to making any Euros or World Cups. But so, and actually, Italy haven't made a World Cup since 2014, 14 was it?
I think
Yeah,
so.
I
Yeah.
think they haven't made a
Uh,
World Cup. They haven't made the last
Damn. Damn.
three World Cups, right? Or
Yeah, it
two
was
World Cups.
well
Sorry, two World Cups.
2018 and 22. Yeah, they didn't get in. Crazy.
I I think they're gonna make it this time finally, especially with the new format. They should win this group. If they don't, then they don't deserve to make it to the World Cup. Um, I think Norway will finally, at least finish second and give themselves a chance at the playoffs. So yeah,
I agree with you. Although I don't I think this is a tough group. Putting Moldova aside, um those top four, I mean, I don't know. Actually, I shouldn't say Estonia is that. I don't think Estonia is that interesting.
I believe they lost to Moldova. Oh no, they beat Moldova.
Oh, 3-2. Who was 1-2-2-1? Okay. Okay. I take back what I said. Norway and Italy. Who do I have first though? Damn, Norway beats okay, Israel, Moldova, Kazakhstan, Slovenia. They lost 5-1 to Austria. They beat Slovenia, they beat Austria. Not bad, honestly. Not bad
They have
versus
the one of the best strikers in the world, and
yeah.
they just have more talent than the non-Italy teams in that group. So
Italy beat France. Italy's played Israel. They beat Israel twice. They've tied Belgium. They've beat Belgium. They've tied Germany. Okay, I'll go Italy one. I think they finally get in. Italy one, Norway two.
yep, same here.
Okay. Uh, Group J, we have North Macedonia, Wales, Kazakhstan, Belgium, and Liechtenstein. Hmm. Mhm.
Yeah. So this one's another interesting one. I think Belgium gets first. I know they haven't been very convincing. They had that golden generation that wasn't able to make it. But I think they'll win this group. And then that
Yeah.
second spot will be between Wales and North Macedonia. I think Kazakhstan's okay, but probably not enough to make it in second place. Um,
Yeah.
I kind of like the story of North Macedonia from last World Cup where
Yep.
they knocked out Italy actually in that playoff. So that was a lot of fun. And then Wales made it for the first time, I think, or no, second time, first time since like the 50s or something like that. So yeah, I think it's going to be a close battle between these two teams. Um,
Yeah.
I'm going to say
Go
North
for it.
Macedonia makes it.
Yeah. So Wales obviously made it to the World Cup last time. I don't see them replicating that, at least not directly out of this group. I think it's like you said, North Macedonia, Wales, Belgium should be top three. Kazakhstan is the challenger, though, to be fair. Give them credit where credit is due. But I think Wales beating them 3-1 probably puts an end to the second place bid for them, or third place. So I'll go Belgium first. I will go North Macedonia, Wales are already tied. Um, Liechtenstein. So who did do it? Wales beat Kazakhstan. I'll give the slight edge to Wales. I guess they get second. Slight edge to Wales.
Okay.
Um, I think I honestly haven't followed Wales since the World Cup, but they weren't in the Euros. Um, but they've been okay. Like they've tied Turkey. They've tied Turkey. They beat Iceland. They lost to Slovakia 4-0. Okay, they haven't been great. They really haven't been great, to be honest with you. North Macedonia also, I mean, they have some good wins, but okay. Well, I'll stick with Wales, man. I'll stick with Wales second, and Belgium winning. Last two groups here. Group K, we got England, Albania, Latvia, Serbia, Andorra. So we got Albania and Serbia in the same group.
Yeah, I don't even know how that was allowed. I thought FIFA did stuff where they avoided those matchups, but
Hmm.
that'll be cinema. That'll be just insane.
Yes, sir.
That game should be played behind closed doors, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah, that could be a really violent two games there.
Yeah,
England will top the
seriously.
group for sure. Um, and I really want Albania to make it. Um, they had like that really tough Euros group, and they actually did pretty well. They were pretty
Yeah,
competitive. Um, but I think Serbia is just a better team, unfortunately. And I mean, I'm really rooting for Albania to make it. They have a K-League player as well, a Korean League player,
oh, sick.
so
Okay.
who's been really good. Um, it's really easy to root for them, but I think Serbia will finish second.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think England obviously first. That's Serbia, Albania. Those two games are going to be interesting. And on top of the fact that there's that political rivalry, there's now like such a big, there's the stakes are huge, right? The World Cup qualification is on the line. Um, who advances to the playoffs most likely.
Yeah,
And like you said, I think the fact that Serbia has made it to these past World Cups and they have that experience and they're just a little bit stronger. I'll give it to Serbia there. But I don't think Albania is a bad team. They're definitely not a bad team. It's just a tough group, tough situation. It's just a little bit unlucky that you have to play Serbia too. Um,
yeah,
like I feel like some of the problems with the political aspect is it's going to take away from the focus of the game, right? Like
yeah. I
that's
guess
another yeah.
I guess that could also go in Albania's favor because Serbia is the favorite team,
Yeah.
and if it turns into a really emotional game, that could maybe Albania could take advantage of that. Um,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Albania is not without talent, so I think Albania could definitely do it. If they show what they did at the Euros, they for sure have a chance.
Absolutely. No, they put up a good fight in that. That was like a group with Spain and Italy and Croatia. That's a tough group, man.
Yeah,
Um, Respect to them for putting up the effort they did. Uh, Last group, Group L, we got Czech Republic, Montenegro, Croatia, Faroe Islands, and Gibraltar. Okay.
yeah. I hate to be boring, but it's going to be Croatia first, Czech Republic second. I I really would like to see Montenegro. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But I think Czech Republic are the better team. And I don't think they've made a World Cup since like, ooh, 20. Oh boy, when was the last time they made a World Cup? 2006?
As the Czech Republic or as like Czechoslovakia or something?
I think they made it to the World Cup in. I think they were Czechoslovakia in 2006, right?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I'm not sure if they've ever made it as Czech Republic.
You might be right. No, they made it
I
to
don't know.
2010 World Cup, did they? No. No, they didn't make it to 2010 World Cup. That's actually surprising.
Czech Republic has made it to the World Cup 2006. Yeah. As oh no, as Czech Republic. Okay. Okay. They got
Okay.
in.
But that was the last World Cup. It's been nearly 20 years. So that's
Well,
crazy actually. I thought they haven't had bad teams. They haven't made a World Cup in 20 years. So I think they'll finish second in this group. And they've
yeah.
made several Euros. I know that for sure. And they've been okay. I don't know if they've been super competitive, but
So we have our 12 teams in, Aaron. we have four more teams that you have direct spots. I know we
Okay.
didn't write this down or anything, but do you have the four teams by any chance? Four second place teams? I mean, it's tough to remember, but
Yeah. I'm scrolling through these groups again. I think Turkey is going to be one of them.
yeah, 100% agree.
Um, I think Denmark because I picked Greece to top that group. Um, I like Slovakia a lot. I'm actually going to pick Slovakia. And then one more team.
Okay.
Um, oof, it's tough, but I'm going to go Ukraine.
Oh, okay. Um, Turkey, 100% agree with that. I think I picked Serbia in second. I think Serbia gets in. Um, I think Norway gets in for the first time.
I
Three.
like that one.
I picked Austria second. Austria gets in.
All right.
Yeah. Uh, it's just fun though. I'm gonna have a lot of fun in Europe. The only thing that is kind of unlucky, a little bit unlucky for you and me, is that until November, no, until the November window, which I don't know when the next window is, we can't play Europe in qualifiers for the most part. Um, so like for the until the end of the year, we're kind of that is like a few months, a few windows that Korea and Iran are going to end up losing where we could have had higher quality teams. Obviously, hopefully, we still get high quality teams, but Europe, for the most part, is not going to be an option in those.
Yeah. Um, yeah, that's unfortunate, but hopefully there's news of like Korea potentially playing Mexico. Hopefully we can get friendlies
Yeah.
against the USA or Canada as well. That'd be fun. Maybe not for Iran if they get Canada, uh
Nobody wants those
but
guys don't want to play us, so we're good.
yeah. Um but yeah, Korea versus USA would be awesome. That'd be a lot of fun. And then yeah, hopefully next year before the World Cup we can get some European friendlies.
Yeah, absolutely. I think FIFA 2026 window, international windows.
Well, I think
Um,
they're usually like March.
okay, we have
So I think
yeah.
March will be the next opportunity after November, and then June, right before the World
Oh
Cup, and then the
man.
World Cup. So there will be
Ah,
friendlies. There will be like friendlies right before the World Cup, but yeah, that doesn't leave a lot of time for preparation.
okay, so this is tighter than I thought it would be, to be honest. I didn't realize it's so tight. The window is so tight. I thought there was a little there thought there was like one more window. Um,
Yeah.
but okay, that's so then okay, then this year until the November window is actually really important for both our teams. We're gonna have 6 games to fill, which should be
Hmm.
fun. Um, and then four potentially we can play Europe in these games, but it should be fun, Aaron. I think Asia, for the most part, it's now the exciting part for Asia. It's the exciting part for Europe. It's the exciting part for Africa. All the qualifiers are finally getting interesting, so should be fun.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I can't believe the World Cup's already in like a year,
Yeah.
basically. So, but I guess the last World Cup was a Winter World Cup, so maybe that's why it feels so fast. But yeah, it's time is flying by here.
Yes, sir. It should be exciting. Hopefully, we'll go to another game together some way. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
that'd be amazing. Getting to
Yeah.
watch our countries here at the World in the USA would be awesome.
Yeah, no, that's exciting. We don't have to go to Qatar this time. Um,
Yeah,
although it was fun, not gonna lie. We saw so many games there. It was a blast. So
very affordable there for sure.
absolutely. Okay, we're down, guys. We're down to our final few seconds. So I'll thank Aaron again. Thanks so much for joining me on these two videos. Really appreciate the time.